All right. It's here. It's finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This is They Call Us the Breeze. Step right in. Come right up, one and all. The fee is very nominal. You can afford it. Step right up and witness the glory that is episode 100 of They Call Us the Breeze.
I don't know about you, but I am super excited
Dad,
for
are
this.
you excited?
I'm excited.
I mean, we made it 100 episodes, you guys, on a strict schedule.
I never thought
that
I'd be saying this, but guys, thank you so much for joining us for our 100th episode. We have a lot planned tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun, and, we're going to drink some beers, so run real quick, grab yourself a beer, grab whatever you like, grab a friend. We're going to have a good time
Grab a submarine.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Talk
here
about
comes
the
the
sandwich.
bouncy house now.
Yep, here comes the bump. Bring it
Come
in,
on
guys.
over.
There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go.
Tonight, blow the lid off the joint. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition, and not just any edition of They Call Us the Breeze. This is our 100th episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude.
Welcome. Hello, we love you all.
Yes.
We love you all. 100 episodes. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. That's a good one. Very good. Damn.
That does sound good.
I think that little cat's been sleeping for the 100th
Yeah,
episode. We told him, we said, hey, you might want to take a nap, Mr. Lion.
Rest those vocal cords up.
Mr. Tiger.
Yeah, we are out here, guys. We're so excited. Make sure you guys are out there subscribing to YouTube, the YouTube channel, Tiger Cage Media. Ring that little bell for notifications.
Ding, 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 ding,
and
ding, 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 ding.
for every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't, so tell your friends. I'm so happy to be here tonight. I've been really looking forward to this. I had a weird couple days, just kind of like, it's so hot outside. We're not going to talk about the heat every episode, but
It's exhausting.
I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad it's 100, man. We keep it 100 around
We keep
here.
it 100, baby.
So I'm very proud of that, and wow, I just never would have thought that we the three of us, one way or another. I know you've gone missing for one episode or two. You've gone missing for one episode or two, but the three of us somehow religiously have come together to do this a little bit more than 100 times.
Speaking of the heat,
as I say, I don't want to talk about the heat, but yeah, go right ahead.
no, I was just going to ask, are you guys able to keep that tent area in the back cool enough?
Enough. We have
Yeah.
two
Enough.
different ACs that work back there in a wall unit.
Well-
but come September, there are plans in line. They're still trying to get permits and everything.
Close it in.
But they're going to just demolish the shit and build like a new area back
And I
there.
think we're off
Well,
for a week.
I think initially when you had like outdoor open heating,
Right.
I
Oh,
think
no,
people
yeah.
like that, but
So it gets very tricky. Bremy kind of knows about it because he comes in like during brunch, or
Well, they always-
after
yeah.
back of brunch. But I'm there at 10, so like when I'm in there, right around like 1 o'clock, you can start to see people look up and start around, or
fanning
I-
themselves.
they start to
I
walk
think-
people back there, and they come back out, and they know what's going on. Like it gets kind of not.
but it enclosed instead of open like it was when
Right,
it very
when it was
first went back there.
open back up
You
for
can
COVID,
control
yeah.
what's going on.
Oh, absolutely,
And people
100%.
can't just walk
Yeah,
out of there.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's enough oxygen.
But there might be, future plans of that. And it's funny that Ryan said. So I usually take a week off every September, and whether I do a staycation or a vacation. Lately, it's been staycationing, which I'm totally good with. Do whatever I want for a week. Last week I wrote. Last year I wrote some music. Year before that,
You should double dip for 2 weeks straight, bro.
I can't do that, man. I would forget how to do my job if I took 2 weeks off. But, I take the 1 week off in September. So, I don't know if you noticed last meeting when our manager was talking about it. I raised my hand. I was like, you said September, the week we might be closed because of it? She's like, yeah. And I was like, perfect.
Yeah, I remember
I'll coincide my week off and I'll get my my time off pay for it. You know what I mean? And
Or just go down to like Sandals, Jamaica. You said you've been working hard.
Well,
We've taken some time off.
now that I'm-
Actually,
fuck.
we want to tell you right now, we have a great gift for you for
I'm
being
not-
such a great producer.
I'm
We're
not
going to
going
send you
down
down to Sandals, Jamaica.
I don't want to go to Sandals. I really don't.
do
But
you
no,
wanna go?
now I'm just thinking about it. maybe this is the year that I should take a 2-week because everyone's going to have a week. So me asking for a week after that week isn't asking for that much.
And you'll get paid, right?
I'll get paid for one of the weeks.
Yeah. So, booyah. That would be a nice little 2-weeker, eh?
Well, guys, hey, enough bullshitting. We have a huge episode for you guys tonight. This is episode 100. Like I said, man, couldn't be prouder to be doing it with the two of you guys. The world is scary nowadays. The world is changing. It's rapidly changing. Everything's happening so fast. And a lot of people, doesn't matter what you believe in, would kind of agree that it's changing for the worse, okay? Well, one thing has been a ray of light in my life for the last 100 weeks, and it's been a ray of light in our lives for the last 100 weeks. And I just hope that it has been a ray of light and a good part of life in your lives out there listening to us. And we really appreciate you. This one for June 22nd of 2023, the year of our Lord. It's episode 100. Let's get into it, guys. Go! All right, so Dad looked a little tired when he got here. I mean, they've been working you to death, buddy. Mm-hmm. Jeez, man. I was like, oh, jeez. I mean, one of these days the shoe's going to drop and you're going to be like, I really don't want to go do that podcast. I feel like today it was getting a little closer. You've been painting all day, painting tight quarters, probably inhaling a good amount of fumes.
No, it's just latex.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, just latex. Right on.
Just latex paint.
Yeah. But you've been working hard, man. I'm proud of you. Making that extra money, trying to build our empire.
Dude, I
here.
just saw on the subreddit for like the trade block for...
Can't say sub.
Well, can't say sub.
You can't.
We
today.
ordered some subs.
Maybe tomorrow you can't.
But I saw like you're kind of getting pretty high up there in the free agency draft pick as far as it comes to schools around St. Pete. Now knowing what you can do, I saw it. I've seen it. You're being talked about,
commodities pop up out of anywhere, and you never know what you're going to get when you get old Mike Breachek on the job.
That's what
you know
I'm
what
saying.
I'm saying?
He's getting up there.
He's an idea man, and he's an execution
You're going to get your
man.
money's worth.
St. Pete
Probably a little bit more than your money's worth.
St. Pete Catholic is going to put together a pretty good package for St. Pete Christian and see what
they're going to trade you for a washing machine,
see what
buddy.
they can get. Yeah. Oh yeah. A washing machine
Remember
and maybe some
remember
sulfur.
that air compressor we've been wanting to get for a while for the shop back down there?
I'll put that in the trade. We'll take Mike with the air compressor.
We'll give you an air compressor and
Mike, you're moving up. You're going to Boston. Pack your bags.
Yeah, absolutely. MIT, baby. I know you wanted it. That was your first summer school.
I mean, I'm surprised he showed up for episode 100. Honestly, I was just like, the guy's a mover and a shaker these days. He's got a lot of people after him, and I just hope he doesn't get too
me
big.
too.
Time.
I'm surprised too because I didn't think we'd last till 14 episodes. To be quite,
Man,
I thought it was just
really. You thought it would be about?
Well, I figured
month or
okay,
two?
we'll do this about 12 or 14 times, and we'll call it quits.
I can't believe it either. I was telling Ryan that the other day. I was like, the fortitude and the wherewithal, after about it took 20 episodes to just really gloss over that Thursdays are for the boys, and here we go. You know what I mean? And we've done some Sunday episodes, but
we'll get a camera and some
Well,
mics, and we'll do YouTube videos.
But no, I was telling him, I was literally saying to him, I was like, it's just astonishing to me that it just became part of the routine and it snapped and it took place, and now it's just 100 weeks later, that's what you do on Thursdays.
Yeah,
you wake
so
up.
You got to be there. You got to be there, or you're going to get in trouble.
If you think you can never,
you're on a 90-day
waivers. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No.
If you think you can't develop a habit, I think we develop a habit.
Yeah,
I mean,
we really
it takes
did.
66 days. Also, I think I'm going to have on my grave just a press play button.
I'm sure by that
And
time,
that way people just come visit. They can just kind of skip tracks.
There'll be a
skip
QR code.
episodes.
They'll hear a lot of Wally Burns accent.
Yeah.
There'll be a QR code where you can listen to the best of
next.
Ryan.
Oh, this thing sucks. Skip to the next. So fucking.
Yeah, I love it. No, but I'm. Thank you guys, man. I've enjoyed myself, and like I said, listeners,
Thanks for our
I
hard
hope
work.
we've been a ray of light in your lives over the past 100 weeks, and we have a big show for you tonight. We're going to do celebrity birthdays. We have Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire, and this show initially I wanted it to be very centric around just us. I wanted to tell stories, and we will tell some stories, but I was just thinking minimalistic. I was like, let's just tell stories the whole fucking show. We'll do birthdays, and then that's it, but everything else is just going to be us, just, coming up with memories, kind of getting into dad raising us, times we tried to trick dad, times dad might have caught us, and just kind of see if
I
you
want to
remember
hear
some
about
of the stuff.
times that dad tried to trick us.
But the show kept evolving, and then I was like, okay, well, we're doing Bre'llionaire. We need to do Bre'llionaire. So I was like, I'm going to write a Bre'llionaire that's all trivia about raising the three of us, and see if Dad remembers these different trivia questions.
Yeah, you told me about
Also,
that.
we may diagnose Dad with Alzheimer's tonight. Who knows? I don't know. If he doesn't remember anything, we might need to take you to a specialist, my friend.
And then, like I said, we are going to talk about, just stories and stuff like that. And it's just, that's important to me because that's why we do this podcast. We're here it's a family affair. We hang out every Thursday. Mom comes home. We eat dinner. It's just, that's what it's always been, and that's what it always will be. When I first bought the house and you guys were asking, like, you want to move the show over to your house and do it. And I'm like, I don't know, because it just kind of defeats the ritual. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. This is why we do it. We don't do it because we want to be Joe Rogan someday. Some money would be nice, but that's not
gotta
why
buy the
we
khakis.
do it. You know what I mean?
And in defense of myself, prematurely here, if I can't remember certain things, it's probably because I was drinking that day.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking on the 10th. I was drinking on the 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank.
I literally dance to it like it's a song when I hear
drunk.
it. I dance to it like it's a song. I sway my
I
shoulders
love
back.
that.
Because that's our country. If we were to section off our own country, it would just be like, look, dude, like...
Yeah, we don't need a flag to live this way. I'll tell you that right now.
No way.
Guys, something speaking of family, we're going to do, we haven't done this in a while, but the four of us, Dad, our co-producer Mom, Ryan, and I, we're going to go see a concert. And I'm so excited for the concert.
Yeah,
Bought
James
tickets.
Taylor was the last one, right?
I think so. James Taylor and Carol King at the Ice Palace or whatever it's called, the Amalie Arena. I think that was a lot, and that was probably high school or early 20s for me. That was early 20s when I moved back from Orlando, and then we went and saw that, and that was an amazing show.
That's
but
the
it's
best
been
concert
that
I've ever
long
been to.
since the
It's
four
been a
of
long
us.
time.
Yeah. So it's been a long time. Speaking of, we bought tickets, and they weren't even that bad, to go see the Fab Four in November. It's a long time away. It's going to come up quicker than I realize it. The time is going to pass, and we're going to get there. But November's so far. But November 30th at the Tampa Theater of all places, we have purchased 4 tickets. Oh, it's so cool.
I've never
It's
been
so
to any
cool.
of those museums over there, other than Lowry Park.
Well, the
Zoo
Tampa
and-
Theater is set up in this way where it was an old movie theater, basically, and also a playhouse. It has a stage, so you could do both. It did both. But then, I mean, this is now a historic monument. When you walk inside...
Is that part of that Strauss Theater? Or
Umbrella? I don't know.
I know
it's
it's
own
not
thing.
like all one big building or anything.
No,
over there.
it's just its own little thing.
The performing arts or whatever they call it.
It's really cool.
No, it's not
somewhat
big. It's
different.
not big by all means either.
But, and I have seen, like, obviously,
It goes
obviously, huge Beatles fan. You guys know that. And I've seen Beatles show 2 times, the residency in Vegas. I went and took Addison. Did I ever tell you that story? I told you that story where I took Addison to see 64, was one of the other big ones. They're called 1964, and they're like...
Oh, Beatles?
They're like one of the big national...
Yeah,
that's what we're
so.
going to see, essentially.
I think I remember you saying that.
There's also Rain, which I've never seen and is on my bucket list, and then Fab Four, which I've never seen, which is who we're seeing in November. But 1964 came along. I think it was probably about 10, 13 years ago.
What a gig.
And Addison and I were huge, like, early Beatles fans. We loved the bubblegum stuff. And he was a singer in my band at that point. So I surprised him. I bought 2 tickets. It was at Mahaffey. So we didn't have to go over to Tampa or anything. We just had to drink at the Emerald and then go down the street and walk up onto the Mahaffey. And he had no idea where we were going. And I bought him the tickets, and I took him to the bar first. I might have given him a little too much to drink. And then we walk into the doors of the Mahaffey, and there's Beatles, cutouts, and he's just like... He just starts losing his fucking mind, man. And then the worst part of it was, while we were sitting probably 15 rows from the stage in the middle of the row, I mean, I got us good seats. He's just drunk, and he's
So he keeps trying to...
screaming and shit. And I'm just like, dude, there's a lot of old people here, man. And it's like 3 o'clock on a Sunday. I was like, this is not...
This is the first show.
Yeah. This
And
is...
that- but does
You
that-
belong in the 4th show.
I don't think 64 and Rain, either one... I'm not sure, but like these guys here, like you were showing.
Fab Four, yeah.
They tried to look and
they do.
exactly.
They do. All those bands do the same thing. They go through the eras. They change the clothing. They talk just like them. They act just like them. They look just like, as close as they can. Yeah, no, all of them do that same thing. Some are better.
Those guys look a lot like.
So we're going to see them at Tampa Theater in November, and they're doing, for the first half, they're going to do Rubber Soul in its entirety, which is awesome. Great. That's when the Beatles started to kind of veer right into getting a little off the bubblegum trail and into the good stuff. And
that's the first and only Beatles album I ever bought physically with money, and it was at San Diego when we visited Adam
at the Nex
Center.
Yeah, all right. I bought Common B. But,
and then whatever you want. You're like, listen to this shit, little boy. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're like, you'll get it. And
he's like, I'm listening to Michelle by Rubber Soul. I'm like, put this shit on the corner. Motherfuckers,
and I was
ride
like,
with me.
What up, Mom? What up, Dad? When we gonna get some fucking nuggets?
Yeah, so then we get to see that. And then they're going to do a greatest hits set, too. So I imagine they're going to take a little intermission, and then we're all going to come back in, and then we're going to watch some greatest hits by the Beatles. It's going to be so fucking fun. So that's the last. We'll mention it for now, and then, of course, we're going to give you our shining review, hopefully, of that performance sometime the first week of December. Yeah, so yeah, how about that for a tease?
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, guys, we'll be right back with Celebrity Birthdays. This is episode 100. They call us The Breeze, man. Live from the Tiger Cage. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Dad, what do you say?
See you in a few.
All right, we'll see you, Ryan.
I'll see you.
You glitched again. Jesus Christ, Ryan. I told you one thing. No more glitching. We'll be right back, guys. Bye. All right. Oh, shit. All right, let's roll it again. Sorry.
Rookie.
I'm drunk right now. I'm drunk now. I was drunk.
Dive as fuck.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to segment 2 of episode 100 of They Call
100.
Us The Breeze. Yeah, let's do a little clap here. Yeah, 100.
Big old Ben Franklin.
We keep it 100 around here. It's me and my sister and my dad and me papa, and we're out here. They call us The Breeze, guys. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. This one for June 22nd, 2023, the year of our Lord. Like I said, episode 100 and birthdays, celebrity birthdays. Dad got up another point on you, bud. You are now 12 points behind Ryan, and. It's a hell of a lot better than 16. Yep, one brick at a time. Ryan, last week, I mean, you got to stop looking at the screen, buddy.
I didn't.
Because if you do, I'm going to embarrass you. All right, guys, it's time. Celebrity birthdays, here we go. Let's do it.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! It's your birthday. Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party here.
Well, it's not quite our birthday yet, our second birthday, which will be coming up in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that. But it's birthday time for these lovely people, these celebrities. This one for, like I said, June 22nd. First birthday we have up. It's Dad's turn first, so he will get 3 first answers out of 5 tonight. Dad, feeling good? Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it going here. All right, first birthday we have up. Ryan, avert your eyes, you pervert. This woman's been in tons of things. Very notable actress, very calm demeanor. I liked her the best that I've seen her in. Well, a lot of people say Devil Wears Prada was probably one of her best. She had a lot of film career before that movie even came out. I liked her best in a movie called Adaptation, with Nick Cage playing 2 different characters, essentially. But the very lovely, the very talented, been around for ages. A very happy birthday goes out to Miss Meryl Streep.
Meryl.
72.
72.
Gosh, that's a good one. 74.
Ryan gets a double bubble.
Oh!
Right off the rip. Ryan gets a double bubble.
That erased that 2-point lead.
There we go.
We're back to 14 now. All right, cool deal. All right, next birthday up. Ryan is up first. She wrote a song about having fun. That was probably one of her biggest songs. She wrote one of the titular soundtrack songs for a movie called The Goonies. She did a song called She Bop. And for those of you, cover your kids' ears for a second. Cover your kids' ears for a second. The song She Bop. We all remember. Ooh, bop, she bop, wee bop, bop, bop. That song is about masturbation. A very happy birthday goes out to Miss Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Get it up.
Goonies. Good enough for you. It's
Good enough.
so
I
80s.
saw a thing on her this
80s.
morning.
Ryan,
but
you're
I
up
didn't-
first.
I didn't say how old she was.
76.
Oh, no. 75.
That'll get it because she is 70 today. Cyndi Lauper, happy birthday. Catchy tunes. Well,
Yeah,
Dad
they
goes.
talked about her on Fox this morning.
Yep. I'm surprised
That's how
But they didn't say her age. Damn it.
I was fucking waiting
That's
for it, and they never
interesting.
said her
That's
age.
very interesting.
That
They
is very
published
interesting.
that.
But yeah,
I didn't know it would
she
be
hits the big
important until
72.
right now.
Yes, yeah. All right, next musician. Dad goes first. Definitely knows this guy. God, the Highwaymen. Or, was it the Highwaymen?
Who?
With Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and a very
Chris
happy birthday.
Christopherson.
Very happy birthday goes out to Chris Christopherson.
So was it their answer to like the Traveling Wilburys kind of?
It was called the
kind of,
Highwaymen.
But they
wasn't it?
were like outlaws, you know. They did that outlaw country out of Texas. But Chris Christopherson, I don't know how he ended up hooking up with them guys, but I think he writes songs. I know he's wrote songs.
He's a good songwriter.
He just
He's got some good
wasn't
tunes.
in the beginning, you know. They obviously the wherewith be at RCA Records and whoever else just didn't think he had the voice to be a star, but you know he wrote a lot of songs for guys. I'd say he's 87, man.
All right, man. I'll say he's 84.
I'd say he's 87, man, because he is 87 today.
Oh, he got it back.
The double
Gets
bubble.
that double bubble back.
The
Ladies and
answer.
gentlemen. Now
7 deuce.
Now he's one up on you.
Just
Ryan.
watch out for that ball, kid. Don't slam it into any walls, buddy.
Hey Ryan. How big's your Johnny?
Ma'am, you're not supposed to drink the bong water, I don't think.
Hey Carson.
You want to
Carson
be down
Daly.
here when you...
You guys want to meet Carson Daly, don't you?
Keep your money, man.
Hey, Carson, keep your money. Happy birthday goes out. We just did 19 different movie clips about Carson Daly. Happy birthday goes out to Carson Daly. Originally on the MTV show TRL Live. TRL and then TRL
Such a
Live.
good time,
And
man.
That was back when I was like in middle school
That was
and
such
high
a
school.
good time. I was thinking about that.
And then, of course, he probably did something. No, he wasn't on American Idol.
He
That
did
was
like
Ryan
some kind of
Seacrest.
VH1 Behind the Dark, like
He's-
after
he's
hours.
just-
No, he did that one. It was on like ABC, and it was like after midnight. He would do.
Well, he has
something.
like a talk
he
show
had
nowadays.
a talk show at night.
Yeah, so Carson Daly,
One time.
Ryan, you're up first.
I don't know the guy. I know
He's
the
probably
name.
like 53.
53. Dad, what do you got?
54.
I should have got one under because he is 50.
Really?
2?
50.
Oh, 50.
50 today. Yeah. Carson Daly, happy birthday goes out to you, my man. Still looking good, bud. Still looking good.
Quarter of or a half a century, my friend.
Yeah.
I bet he's fucking partying
So that
for the
means
100th episode.
so that means when I was like, basically 12 when he came out. That was what 25 years ago. So he was he's about 25 years old when he started, I think, and busted out, I would say. All right, last and final birthday goes to Dad. Quarterback, retired. Think he played for the Redskins for a little while. Maybe
Robert
the
Griffin?
Seahawks. I don't know. He had a movie made about him recently called like American Dream or American something like that.
Kurt Warner?
And very good, Ryan.
Arizona Cardinals you're thinking
Cardinals.
about.
Okay. Kurt Warner's birthday, and Dad is up first.
And I know he
And St. Louis Rams. big
yeah,
time.
yeah. He that's how he got back in the NFL, if he ever was in it before. because he came from Arena Football League and
Yeah, he
zipped
was
that
stocking
ball
shelves.
around.
He was stocking shelves at
And he
a
was
grocery
working at a
store.
grocery. And
There's
in the
there's a
Arena
movie out
Football
there
League.
right now about it.
And he's just in Arena Football. You're zipping the ball
Yeah, he went to
around,
Arizona
so-
first, then St. Louis.
No, St. Louis Rams,
Okay.
right out of the Arena League, and then they won like a Super Bowl the next year. I mean, they had the best receivers. If you remember, they called them the
And
greatest
he was,
show on
he
turf.
was throwing arena football balls at that point.
Absolutely, you just couldn't stop them. They had 4 receivers. You couldn't stop them.
He's like, I think I can play with this scheme.
All 4 of them.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, and they're all going all over, and he's just zipping the ball around.
Was that with not MJD?
Oh, who?
Who
Receivers?
am I thinking of was one of his receivers?
Well, you had
At St.
T.J.
Louis?
Holt. You had Holt. You had
Bygones. Anyway, Dad, you're
Yeah.
up. How old is Kurt Warner?
he's got to be like 60, 50, 62.
62.
Oh, I was going to go 62. I'm going to say 59.
Ryan's going to get it. He's 52, Dad. You were close, man. You just said 52. Oh.
I just feel like
I would have thought he's older than that. I mean, he ain't played football for a while.
I was like, he's only probably been in the league for like 10 years, like 15
Yeah.
years. Like
He
if you
didn't-
think about
he
it.
didn't- No, probably
He
he
didn't
probably
get
only played 10.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. Well,
That was celebrity birthdays.
Well,
yeah. We're out here. We're out here hanging out, guys. We hope you guys are having as much fun as we are. This is episode 100. Like I said, just kind of wanted to sit around and talk about maybe some stories. Ryan, did you come up with anything? I know I,
came
did.
up
I know
with,
I gave Dad the homework, and he probably didn't do the homework, but it's fine, 'cause-
dude,
So yeah,
I'm going to have to turn it in late.
Ryan's got to check his notes, but yeah, no, I was thinking about, like I said, I did the legacy box thing about a year or 2 ago, and I go through some old photos, and I start getting a little sentimental and just thinking about, growing up in that same house that we were at until 6 years ago, and
Trying to pull the wool over our eyes at times.
at times, Dad
Like
will
you try
remember.
to do it, yeah. Like
Dad will
you-
remember a specific story. Like it's not that he had a problem with me having a keg party. It was just that he had a problem with me trying to
disguise that
stupidly-
you did
Yeah,
have
you
it
dummy.
and
I
putting
was-
aluminum on a piece of porcelain. I'm
porcelain.
like,
Yeah. So
you idiot! Don't you know?
and
It's gonna
also
leave a
that's
mark.
just the worst way to try to keep a keg cool during a house party is to put it into a normal sized bathtub and fill that thing with ice water. Number one, it's only going to
Dumbass.
cool the bottom half of the keg anyway. Number two, it's going to scratch the ever-loving shit out of the white paint on the porcelain of the bathtub.
And number 3, I'm sure we had a plastic trash cans there. Like
Oh, we used to have
30-gallon.
barrels and stuff. Like I should have just
Wow.
done
Oh, the
that.
Dummy.
blue ones, yeah. That's
The
what
worst
they
What
part
a
about that
dummy.
whole thing, that whole idea was, you can imagine by the end of the night there was basically water and beer all over the floor, black footprints all over the floor, just like the floor was trashed, and I had of course cleaned that up,
what dumb kid throws a party at our parents' house? You
As soon as I
idiot.
look, as soon as we,
But also, wasn't your
as soon
excuse?
as I go in the spare bathroom, man, and look in that tub, I see those aluminum marks from that keg, and
Yep.
I'm like, and they're in where they would be on the edges.
So what I
But I was
remember
like-
was you asked him what happened, and you replied that you were giving Cammy a bath or something, or it was like Cammy scraped
Shit.
it,
I don't remember saying that.
and you just and there was like.
I
That's,
believe- I
that's
believe
what I
it.
remember that was your quick go-to was like, oh, I was giving Cammy a bath, and then Dad right off the rips was like, there is no way that Cammy would make scratches like that, and then you like instantly fessed up.
I think that was-
like that was your only out, and then you got shot
No, I'm
down,
sure
no?
I said the only thing that I've ever seen to leave those color of marks on
Is a
porcelain
keg, you
is
stupid
aluminum.
idiot.
You've had a keg in that bathtub.
And you weren't even pissed about probably the party. You're just like, I gotta.
No, I probably got grounded for like a week, but like, yeah, the thing was, is just
But
like,
you're like, I have a
at that-
show next
well,
weekend.
now you know.
Anyways.
I mean, you got to learn sooner or later.
well, at that point I was probably starting to smoke weed. So it's just being dumb
Yeah.
and just thought of the
Well, you probably didn't know it would leave a mark
Well,
like
no,
that. But
not-
I know that from not necessarily that kind of
situation,
instance,
yeah, but
where I've rubbed something and I'm like, crap.
well, no, I'm not
I was
necessarily
able to get
blaming
it off.
that on the smoking pot. I'm blaming the Cammy excuse on smoking
oh.
pot.
Oh, 100%. But also, like, dude, thinking back to it, it's like
Cammy's
You-
got aluminum toenails now.
you kind of had a easy, you're grounded, cop out, jail free card because you
What
had
are you? Speak
had
English.
Gaslight.
Think
you
about
had,
the phrase you're going to say.
You had Gaslight shows lined up like weeks in advance. So like mom and dad could never ground you for a weekend. It's like, well, I got to go out and play this show, and it's like, yeah, well, he has to go out and play this show.
When I was grounded in high school, there was 4 caveats to the rule. I could go to work because I was working since I was 14. I could go to work, I could have band practice, I could go to shows, and I could go to school. And those were the 4 things I was allowed to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, because, I mean, let's be real, like, band practice, I treated like a fucking job anyway, you know, and mom and dad knew that. So it's like, it's not like, I mean, he's having a little bit of fun with his friends, but, like, at the same time, it's not like he's just skateboarding and out fucking dicking around. Like, he puts in work.
I was never
Dungeons and
dicking around.
Dragons
I was never dicking around when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons or skateboarding. Thank you very much.
But that was more of mine. But what do you got for him, right?
I was thinking about that time that we all went up to Universal Studios and we threw up in your Pontiac Red Grand Am. I was in the middle. We pulled off. I threw up, and then we went to Universal, and it rained out. So we were never able to go in the park.
Nope, that's not how this went. That's not how this went. I remember this very specifically.
For 2 hours trying to see if the park would open, and then like we were like, okay, well, let's just go to the big McDonald's, right? The 4-story McDonald's.
You're remembering it incorrectly.
See, okay, this is good.
It had nothing to do with a storm. It's on the way there. You or Dad threw up.
I did. I was in the middle in the back of the Grand Am when Dad got the garage.
Dad threw up, and it was clear that you guys had some sort of stomach bug or something was going on. And Adam and I are looking at each other like, "This is good. Might fuck this whole thing up."
And then it rained. No,
it might have rained. I don't remember it rain. I don't remember that being like the reason because the reason was
afternoon
you
showers.
guys just weren't feeling good, and I was so pissed at you guys.
And Mom was just like, I definitely am turning this thing around.
We were already on iDrive. So what Mom did was like we went to the big Orlando McDonald's that used to be fucking huge and full of like fun. And we did that for like 2 hours, and then we turned our sorry asses around and went back home. And
I kind of remember
what a good unit. You guys,
I kind of remember 2 of us.
There was a different time, and you might
be
be confusing this because there was a different time where I think it might have been on and off raining, and we weren't sure what would be open and what wouldn't be anyway. And then we were being shits the entire drive up there. All of us were just being little shits.
I thought that was the same
and
deal.
Fighting, and like and we got there and someone made the executive decision that we were just turning around. I think that happened. I might be making that up in my head, but I feel
I think it's all part of the one thing because Mom's like, all right, we're not going to get in the park. We're done. Everyone's sick. We're heading out. We're going to stop by.
The
Our
same
family outings.
I can't
remember when we
I can't imagine that Mom would have legitimately been like, all right, second time's a charm. We're just going to turn right the fuck around and go back home.
I don't think
it's an hour.
Do you remember when we went up
I don't think Mom would have turned away twice.
For out there in listener land, Orlando, the area we're talking
hour and
about
a half.
with Disney is like literally an hour and a half in Orlando.
Because of
Universal is about an hour and 50. So it's like they're about 20, 30 minutes from each other, but they're right around each other, right on I-4. SeaWorld and Disney are kind of like
46B.
15, 20 minutes before.
Or 64B, I forget.
Universal. So the fact that we would go all the way there and turn around, I doubt it is likely that Mom did that twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I have that one.
Do you remember when we drove up to Tennessee when Mom first got that expedition? Got it.
I believe so. That would have been that would have been like mid 90s.
God,
2002.
That thing was like a resort.
And we went up to Tennessee and we took Cammie with us, so we stopped and
Adam and
somewhere, and I said we stopped. Everybody wanted to go to Wendy's. I go, no spicy chicken,
that was always
spicy
your thing.
chicken. And Adam was sleeping in the middle seat and shitting.
Well, because we'd be like, they'd be like, what
it's like Adam, and he acts like he always acts like he's sound asleep.
Like I never really understood car central AC or whatever because I'm like, it's just sucking his shit out of his ass that he's on, and then it's just circling up front, come right back on us. I'm like,
well, I remember that because Dad's like, no spicy chickens because everyone shits themselves for the next 3 hours.
We still had a long way. We had another 3 hours drive.
Mom was like, if we go to Wendy's, Mike, they're not gonna get anything if they don't get their spicy chickens. And I would always double up, and Adam would always double up, and Ryan get himself one because he was a little buck back then. And now I know that.
And Adam would play dead until Dayton, Ohio. Now I know. Once he got on Barrel Street, he would wake up. Huh.
No, that wasn't me.
Why
I
does it
was
smell like
sleeping the whole
farts in
time.
here, you guys? Why does it smell like farts
This
in
is
here?
so weird.
That's very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, we're all vomit bag.
He wouldn't crack a smile. He wouldn't do nothing. He just played possum, man.
I got a
Like
quick little story before we go on break here and come back with Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire. Like I said, this is the 100th episode, guys, and we are kind of just recapping memories with Dad. We're trying to focus a little on that tonight, a little deep dive. But before we go, I got one little memory that I just wanted to chime out there. Times Dad has caught me, and I felt like a fucking idiot.
I caught you right after, I think.
Idiot. Well, it didn't matter when you caught me doing it, but when Dad caught me doing it, it was a little embarrassing. I felt like a fucking idiot, you know what I mean? But it was basically the same thing that was happening. He caught me once, and then like 2 days later, he caught me while I was setting something up for the gig, and then he caught me during the gig. And one night he walks in. I used to have Nate or somebody gave me this fucking Halloween prop that was just a plastic foot with khaki pants on. So I made a dummy with like sweatpants and a jacket, and I stuffed it full of stuff. And
Yeah, you saw that foot, and you're like,
Had
that's it. That completes it.
and had the foot hanging out from the blanket, and I was stuffing the thing.
Skeleton foot hanging out from the...
No, it was like it had like flesh.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, so it just looked like I would hang the foot out, and then I'd cover the rest of the body, so it looked like I just
You
had
watch
the
too
blankets.
many movies.
I was watching Ferris Bueller. So, and this was how I was going to sneak out at night, and I did successfully plenty of times with this thing, but I never kept it stuffed in the closet in case Mom would snoop around and find it. So I had to do it per order every time I needed it. You know what I mean? I just had the dummy foot laying in the corner. And one night, I'm on my fucking hands and knees next to the bed on the carpet, and Dad just walks in, and it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm a little early on my like Dad's not passed out yet, and I'm just like fuck it. He's up way too late. I gotta get started on it.
Do you remember what time? Do you realize?
It was probably like 9:26 p.m. and he walks in. He's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm just on the side of the bed stuffing this
time
stuff.
of
And he goes,
year?
"What's that for?"
You remember what time of year?
He goes, "What's that for?" And I'm like, just doing something funny. And he's like, and I don't remember where that went, but you were just like, well, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that then, because like you knew what I was doing, and you were like just kind of like, you didn't even address it, but you were just like, yeah, don't do that. And I was like, all right. And then flash forward, finally, one of the many times I've done this, my ex-girlfriend, my first girlfriend, lived across the street. She would sneak over. She'd sneak out of her window. I'd put my dummy in the bed, and we would pull the ladder out from behind the shed and put it against the roof, and we'd go climb on the roof and just lay up there and make out. You know, that's all we did. We just laid up there and made out.
Saves the Day was a huge influence on Jeremy Breachak growing up.
Yeah, and I'd write lyrics over those experiences, those types of nights. And one night we were up there just necking, and all of a sudden I just hear, and you can't see him, but he's down underneath the roof panel in the backyard. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" Like, and he knew who it was. He didn't even bother asking. He's like,
Eric,
"What are you doing?"
we're gonna have a meeting.
Dumbass.
You dumbass. We're gonna have to have a meeting. My foot in your ass.
He's like, "Get down.
You
we'll
bet.
talk about it in the morning." And he had at least had enough couth as a dad to be like, handle your lady, send her off to bed. I'm not gonna base you out in front of her.
No.
we'll talk about it in the morning.
Let me just say one thing, okay? Like, the older we get, these responses by Dad
You
kind
up
of
on
make
the
a
roof
little
and
bit
I
of
don't hear no James
They kind of
Taylor
make a
music.
little bit of sense, right? You're just like, you got off a big day. It's like a Monday, and you're just like, I got to come home to my sons that are on summer break. And now it's like, guys, just get off the shed. Come
get off
on,
the
man.
goddamn
It's
shed.
been a day.
He dealt with it. We're going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the show. But next up, we do have the Bre'llionaire segment coming, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll see you in just a bit. Dad, what do you say?
See you in a minute.
Right.
I'm going to peel out my 3-wheel on the concrete back room.
Eric, you're a dumbass.
We'll see you guys. Bye.
All I need is some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Your Honor, I was drinking on the 10th.
That's what she said.
Guys, welcome back to segment 3 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage, episode 100. Y'all, we keep it 100 out here.
We copy 100.
We
keep it 100.
keep it 100.
That's
We
right.
own
We
100.
keep it 100 out
Tony
here.
Hawk keeps it 900.
That's
we keep
right.
it 100.
Yeah, we can't
100.
I can't do the 900 or the 1080, honestly.
That'd be insane.
Well, it's a 920 and then a 1080, right?
That little fuck did 1080. It was like 16,
Oh no, it's 900.
13
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old. Those little guys get up there real quick.
Well, they have a low center of gravity, and
Very
there's
fast.
not a whole lot of weight to those kids,
Super
so they just,
it's wild.
it's like the Cirque du
And they just bounce off,
Soleil.
You know,
25
it's like
cocaine and-
Spud Webb of the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks, right? Way back when won the slam dunk contest. The guy's barely taller than a jockey.
They're bringing back slam ball, where you jump on trampolines.
Oh, are they?
And they so on Barstool they said, look, ESPN. So someone said, look, ESPN. If you guys are bringing back slam ball,
Harlem Globetrotters,
can we go
yeah.
ahead and bring back beach hockey, beach
Beach
rink
hockey.
hockey,
Remember
Santa
roller
Monica,
where they had the ramp?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like,
had
if
the
we
ramp?
can bring back
Do you
slam
think
ball,
you could get a hockey puck to slide
so,
across
Dad,
the sand down
No,
by the water?
They
where
built
it's
rubber
smooth?
boards, and they
yeah,
built
it was
rubber
just Santa
floor-
Monica. You're playing pickup hockey.
They did it
outdoor.
on the same rubber floors that we played on, and they had boards. But the best part was they used this ball, and behind the goals there was these like ramps.
Think
like
about
inclines.
foosball. Think about foosball corners.
So behind the goals there was like these inclines, like
You
not
go up and around?
tall, but about halfway up the boards there was like an incline so that the ball would not get behind the net and stuck there. You wouldn't have to dump and chase. You couldn't dump and chase. And it became more of like a pinball. That was the shit.
Yeah,
they
bring
played
that
that on
back,
ESPN
dude.
for a little while.
That's what they're saying. If you're bringing back slam ball,
They played that on ESPN
Yep.
for a little while, like back when we were in middle school and high school. Like they played that. I remember watching.
So
like
that-
one of
that-
them was the Solar Bears or some shit. Or yeah,
Like
So you
Orlando
could go
Solar
down,
Bears
you
or
go to the
something
left
like
side of the net and know that that's there, and then hit the ball and know that your guys down here on the right
yeah.
is going to go right to.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, you
Will
had to
it
be
go
a
all
little
the way
bit.
to the boards in the corner and come around?
yeah,
or
the Orlando Solar Bears. Yeah, that's
It's definitely
is
not.
that a real team, or you just
no, it
making
was.
up?
That was
It's
one of the
something
ones
like
that I
that.
watched. I think
I'm
It was called-
sure
yeah.
Solar wasn't back in the day.
It was.
But
It was polar bears that were wearing like blue blocker, old people sunglasses that
Yes,
cover their whole
dude.
face. I remember this shit, dude. Don't test me, bro. Speaking of
because
tests,
that was right around when we could get signed. We're like, oh, this. I think we could probably make maybe $60,000.
we were trying to play roller hockey professionally, for a second. That came into our brain. Dad, it's time once again for they call us the Breeze. Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire.
I do.
Yeah, he does. And this one, like I said, is a little special. I couldn't figure out how to order it from least hard to hard.
That's
because
good. I'm on the
I
spectrum.
like this
it's all questions about us.
I was
It's the
I was
first time I've
reading
done
some
this.
of it. I started
Oh,
laughing out
the
loud.
band Us?
No, not the band Us.
Oh,
the
good,
movie
good, yeah.
Us.
The movie Us.
Oh,
no.
or This Is Us
This
that Mom
Is
watches.
Us, yes.
I watch that. I
Yeah,
might know
okay.
a lot of those.
No, this is just straight up trivia from our childhood. And I put it together representing, I think, equally representing all three of us brothers. And we'll see if Mike wants to do it. And I know they're excited out there to play. You guys excited out there to play? Come on, guys.
We need a little bit more.
This is
Everybody,
episode
come on,
100. Come on, let's get a
Let's
little
get some
louder.
shots.
And anybody
It's a
that's
100
watching-
episode.
Anybody watching
Round of shots for
live will
everybody.
probably
Yeah.
listen and try to figure out.
All right, guys, it's time to play. Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire.
Let's go.
They call us the Breeze, episode 100. This one, family facts and trivia. Per usual, Mike will give 10 questions to you, and you will have to answer 10 multiple choice questions. You have 2 lifelines. You can do a 50-50 and eliminate one of the wrong answers and leave you with 2 of the wrong answers. And I'll leave you with 1 wrong answer, 1 right answer. And then, of course, you have Ryan here in studio, and you can ask him. Are you ready? What do you think, Mike? You ready
Go.
to play? All right. He says roll it. Let's do it. Here we go. First question up. Which baseball player did you try to name all 3 boys after?
Oh, maybe it was
Was
Ken
it
Griffey.
A?
Maybe it was Tony Perez.
Was it A?
But I think it was.
Was it A, Wade Boggs?
Wood Bugs.
Was it B, Bill Buckner? Was it C, Pete Rose? Or was it D, Babe Ruth?
I do like Baby Ruth candy bars. But I'm going to go with C, Pete Rose.
He's going with C, Pete Rose.
Yeah, that's what I say to Mom. She wouldn't let me name you guys.
We know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Three strikes, you're out, my
That was
friend.
the easiest question, but these questions are harder still. Mike, you ready to play?
Yeah.
Here we go. Question number 2 for 200,000. That was a softball. That was a softball. Here we go. Next one.
Melon.
Which video game character did you paint on the playroom wall?
Mario.
Was it A, Sonic, B, Mario, C, Donkey Kong, or D, Frogger?
Mario.
No, wait.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. He painted Mario. He painted Mario from
Mom
the
says,
cartridge.
"Can you paint this off of this
It was off
game
of
on
Super
their wall?"
Nintendo 2 or no regular
With the
Nintendo.
clouds?
But it was Super Mario 2.
Yeah.
And it was the weird one out of the trilogy for Nintendo. And he just took the cartridge of Mario jumping with the turnip, and he's jumping and it's through the clouds, and he just took that and he painted the same baby blue for the background. And he painted some clouds, and he had Mario jumping up, and it was fucking beautiful. Ryan?
When you did those, like the thick black outlines to like sharpen them up, did you use tape or did you use just pencil and just filled it
I
in?
just kept going with a smaller
brush.
Yeah. Like my airplane hobby brushes. I mean, I
did you
started
go one
with,
fell swoop on a lot of them? Or
no.
Okay.
Well,
All
I
right.
did a regular size line, and then to make it perfectly square, I came back in with a smaller one.
It looked really good.
You know how
it was
looking
amazing.
Really good.
I'm anal that way, and it
But
sucks,
you couldn't
and it
spring
takes me
for like
forever.
some more like prize question box.
Well, you got
things?
200.
I ain't drawing no
100,000.
more of that shit.
You got
I will
200,000, Mike.
commission him to do it.
There you go. He's the new, exactly.
He's the new me.
Pass the torch. All right, next
Our tits.
question we have for you. Question number 3 for $300,000, and a little harder still. What was the name of the hurricane that hit our house in 1996? Was it Hurricane Andrew, Ivan, Charlie, or Josephine?
Josephine.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get it, ladies and gentlemen. Josephine.
Because
That was
Charlie went
wild.
down, and we went to your house with Charlie.
Yep.
Josephine was
And
one.
Ivan. And Ivan.
Mom goes, "Hey,
And Francis.
you need to join us all in the living room." And I was like, "Okay." And I woke up and I put my. I was like, "This is there."
Oh,
What?
yeah.
When did Mom and Dad turn on
I
the
was in
feature
about-
where you can get water in the
I was in
house?
about
This is
5th grade.
awesome.
I was in about 5th grade, I think, yeah.
But everyone wasn't celebrating the
No.
fact that
We-
there was water in
We
the
weren't
house.
celebrating. We weren't celebrating.
It wasn't a new feature. It was.
Okay, your new bedroom is in the back room.
All right, let's
Till I get your bedrooms put
Let's
back
roll the next
together.
one, Dad. You feeling
forgot
good?
about
Here's
that.
the $400,000 question. Let's go.
That's a good thing to talk about.
Which Publix hosted Jeremy and Adam's first job? Was it A, Northeast Shopping Center, B, Gateway Mall, C, Roosevelt, or D, University?
Roosevelt.
I was going to say Roosevelt. Final answer?
He knows where his kids first got hired.
Thank God they got a goddamn job.
He used to fucking
Eric?
drive us there. You know,
And you'd have stock options if you guys would have stuck around.
good on us, though, because you never told us to get out and get jobs. We just did it.
Adam needed to rebuild his movie collection. What did you need money for, buddy?
I only started working at that Publix because
Guitar strings.
No, my drummer, who I'd been spent all summer like practicing with, and he worked at Chick-fil-A. He was quitting Chick-fil-A, and he got a new job, and he went for an interview. And I was like, "Well, if you're gonna fucking be working, what am I
guess-
gonna do?
I'm gonna have to work.
I guess can I try to get a job with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude." And I was like, "All right." And we never worked together, but like we both became cashiers, and I
You're
just
14. You're like, I got a
did it
jam
'cause
schedule.
I was
okay?
like, well, I mean, fucking
Do you need help to your car with that bag?
yeah. No tips, please. All right. Question number 5. Here we go. A little harder still.
that's where he lifted $150 out the register,
Now
right?
Ryan didn't know this one. Chris Smith convinced Mom to buy what musical instrument? Was it A, saxophone, B, a xylophone, C, a kick drum,
A what?
a kick drum, bass drum, or D, a bass guitar?
We've never bought a bass guitar. I don't remember even buying a bass drum. What was the second one?
Saxophone, xylophone, kick drum, or bass guitar?
I don't remember.
You still have a
buying-
50-50 and you have an Ask Ryan.
I don't even remember buying any of those.
Well, you didn't. Mom did.
For who?
Us. And Chris convinced her.
For
While he was
us
down on
who?
vacation.
Think about it. You have to think about it.
Well, I mean, we have a couple bases, so.
You got a 50-50 in
All
Ryan, too.
right, go.
Well, and I only know this because when I read it, like, it's kick drum. Yeah, because he saw the snare and the hi-hat, and he's like, Adam needs
why
the
don't
kick
you have a
drum.
fucking
Why
bass
don't you
drum?
have a bass drum?
No, because he had a drum set at that point, and he was like down, and I was playing guitar, and we were going to jam or something, and he's like...
Did you guys go to the pawn shop
He's
to
like,
get
you guys
one?
only have a fucking snare drum and a hi-hat? And he's like, yeah, we went to the fucking pawn shop, and he
Or
convinced
did you
Mom
get
to
an
buy...
actual good one?
No, it was a
I gotta
shitty-
take a bad time out.
We're off course.
Oh, yeah. I never
off,
started
man.
streaming. I never started streaming. Here it is. We're back. All right, well... sorry, YouTube. We had some technical difficulties. We had an interruption in the program.
Take it a bit back.
So we are now... Dad just got the $700,000 question, feeling really good about himself here. Let's see if he can go on to get the next one. Mike, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. What preschool did Ryan attend? Was it A, Winchester? Was it B, LCC? Was it C, Westminster? Or was it D, Shore Acres?
What was A and C?
Winchester, Westminster.
Westminster.
Final answer? Mm-hmm. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Mike gets it.
Where's Westminster?
That's so posh.
Westminster was like around like
it's right by-
22nd Avenue and 9th.
Yeah, it's downtown.
9th Street and like 22nd Avenue, basically.
I rode by it like
did
5 years
did
ago.
You and
It's
Andrea
no
both
longer
go
there.
there or something?
I think
You guys did everything together.
I think we did, but then I tested
The
out.
relationship grew stale, and then
I tested out. I was too smart.
You guys make us do everything together.
all right, next
I
one we
hate
have
her
out
now.
for you. Here we go. This one's even harder still, and remember, you still have 50-50. Which movie did Brother Adam represent the most in wall posters? Was it A, Die Hard, B, The Crow, C, Halloween, or D, Psycho? Remember, you still have 50-50.
Two. Yeah, but I know which two are going to be gone, and it's...
Don't ever assume.
Okay, I'll take 50-50.
50-50? Which movie did Brother Adam rep the most in wall posters? Was it B, The Crow, or D, Psycho?
Psycho.
Final answer?
He's psychotic. Who collects all those series?
You heard it here, Brother Adam. You're psychotic.
You are psychotic,
Oh,
and
really,
he
The
is
Crow?
wrong.
Ryan, what is it?
It's The Crow.
Dwight, what's your favorite movie?
I don't want to answer.
Dwight, come on.
It's The Crow.
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 Oh, Dad, it is Crow, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you
Well,
know The Crow, man.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with that, but I know Psycho and what was the other one? See,
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, he's definitely
He probably had a
hatchet
Halloween.
people kind of.
Yeah, but
kinda guy.
he loved The Crow.
and
All
you
right.
know John
What was
McClane
The
never
Crow
put out any
about?
posters.
It's a long story. We'll watch the trailer during the break. But last question, just for fun. I'm wondering if you know this, and this is the way my childhood memory serves me. But the $1 million question would have been, which
Yeah, I had no idea.
which cartoon show was notable during family breakfast when we first moved to Florida? Now, this is when we had the small TV on top of the trash compactor, and Mom used to make us cinnamon rolls, and you'd eat your breakfast, and we'd all go to school, and you'd go to work. Which cartoon show was notable during that time every morning? Was it A, Garfield, B, Woody Woodpecker, C, Flintstones, or D, Jetsons?
Jetsons.
Final answer, Jetsons?
Oh, really?
Woody Woodpecker, man. Played every morning, every fucking morning
I
while
don't
we ate
remember that.
breakfast.
I
And Chili
do not-
Willy and all that
I
stuff.
do not remember
Yeah.
that. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that,
He
man.
was
I was
5 years
I was
younger.
probably 2
Huh?
years.
He was probably 2 years
I
old.
was probably
at that
2 years old.
That's no excuse for not knowing.
Guys, that was Mike Wants to Be a
You
Bre'llionaire.
didn't have that much to pay attention to at 2 years old.
Clearly, you didn't either.
Well, since we're on the topic, let's get into some more stories after this break, shall we, boys?
Love it.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for listening to episode
See you in a
100.
few.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We love you. Bye.
Those are all good answers. I mean,
Just keep talking. Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Get drunk! Yeah! Now we're talking. All right!
Guys, welcome back to the final segment of episode 100. I know.
We need to
I don't
make
want
this
it
a
to end. I
banger.
don't want it to end. I don't.
All right, play 2001 Space Odyssey for the
we
entirety.
should just hang out here all night. I mean, we're just going to go into the backyard and continue to do the same fucking thing. So let's just fucking...
roll it.
40,
Rolling,
40,
rolling,
50,
rolling.
60, 70 minute fucking segment. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, thank you for listening
200.
out there. And if you aren't already subscribers, make sure you go to YouTube, check out our channel, Tiger Cage Media, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell, of course, so you get the notifications
ding,
whenever
ding,
we
ding, ding,
come on
ding,
live
ding,
and whenever
ding,
we come out with
ding,
new
ding.
videos. And we love you guys so
Make it
much.
sound
Thank
like a
you so
slot
much for
machine.
listening. We're happy to be here for episode 100. We really, truly are.
we are.
And like I said, we hope you have enjoyed yourselves as much as we have over these 100 episodes. Dad, you are just growling to say something. What is that?
No, I'm just waiting for you guys to say
What
something.
is it that you want to say about
But we had
this
some fun
podcast?
tonight. We had some Bre'llionaires. Sorry, YouTube out there. A little bit of hiccups there on the Bre'llionaire segment. We lost feed to the camera for a second. Some things went a little.
We're bouncing off a
haywire.
satellite from
Yeah,
this,
from
the sub that.
You
Things
can't say
kinda went
sub.
Sorry.
Can't say
Things
sub.
kind of went south.
Maybe we'll talk
I'm
about the sub
surprised
next
we're
week.
not
I don't know.
getting a storm or whatever right now.
We should damn near be because they said
Yesterday
it was
was pretty.
Yesterday was
good.
gnarly,
Pretty
dude.
good.
well,
Pretty good.
today they said it was going to be around 6 o'clock, so I was like, well, we should be done. But then it happened right around 10:30 at the school, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, so I go to work, right? I'm on my way to work. I stop by Wendy's. It's my weekly Wendy's trip.
Hey, playa.
My order was $11.76. Let's say something like that. Not my normal guy. She's like $11.76, and he's sitting at the soda machine. He goes, no, hold on.
Oh, no way. Can I piggyback after you're done?
Literally,
that's my man right there.
literally
he
stopped
he
her.
don't pay full price.
Stopped her, and she's like, "Real?" And he's like, "Hey," and he goes, "You can jump on me once big man leave. You can jump on me once big man leave."
Oh, for real?
And she's like, "I'm not gonna jump on you." He's like, "Just let my big man leave, and then you can jump on me." That's $7.99, big man. And I'm like, "Thank you so much." But I was like, "Thank you, dude." Like, he takes care of me.
So,
Every time I go there, if he is there, he hits that employee discount button. He's got to, you know what I mean? And he gives me that shit and that hookup.
Do you ever give him anything in return?
I'm going to get him
Let me-
I already
we're
thought
gonna
I'm going
give
to give
him
him
a
a Christmas
gift card.
present for Christmas, yeah. I'm gonna give
can
him
we, well, no, I don't know if I want to reveal that I'm your brother because I was telling Jeremy this 4 days ago when I went into work. I go, I think he confuses me with you sometimes. And it's like,
What,
one of
like
those
I
things-
just shave the beard and get rid of the glasses?
I don't think he pays attention to the camera as much
It's
as
like
he
you
hears
guys
the
look
voice.
exactly alike.
As much as he hears the voice. So, and then he maybe take a flash up and he sees the noble crust and that's all he needs. And then he's like, so I was ordering something a couple days ago and I got halfway through my order and he was like, he goes, "Oh, my bad, playa." And I was like, "Oh, I'm riding Remy's coattails on this one." So,
Well, I always order the same thing. And
You know
you're
how
going
you
in
never
there
gave
and
me
you're
your-
going in there and trying to order different shit, I'm sure. So you're going to confuse him, and that's going to fuck me up.
so I was
he
thinking
caught
about
it.
this.
He
I was
caught it
thinking
on the
about
back
when
end.
you're going to talk to
'cause
me
he
about
caught-
not going to a fast food
You
location.
can't. That's mine.
And I was like, wait,
'Cause
where do we
now-
come to now?
'cause
Now this
now-
is what it's come to?
I came in and he had to take a double take, and we had to amend the price at the second moment. It's because you're coming in there and you're fucking this whole thing up for
Oh
me,
my
man.
God. I
Don't
cannot.
go to Wendy's, dude.
Dude,
Go to
that is
McDonald's.
that's the funniest thing. But also,
You're
Here's a
messing
gift-
up
yeah,
his
I
dealer.
did.
Here's a gift card to
I did mess
Einstein
it.
Brothers or Culver's. Here's
You
a
better.
gift.
That's
to
the only way
Culver's.
you'll get me. You'll be like, yeah.
Here's a gift card to Culver's.
Any money you
$25.
save,
It'll get
put
you
it
2
into a
meals.
gift card, bro.
Fuck, dude. I tried Culver's the other day for the first. I do it once a year.
There's going to be a territory war here
Once
soon.
a year, I go to Culver's and I try the mushroom Swiss burger again. I'm like, it was great. Fries suck shit. It cost me $13, and I had to sit in the fucking driveway for 15 minutes like Steak and Shake with a sticky note on my damn mirror.
But that's their shtick.
I don't say shtick when I say sticky note, but either way, yeah, I'm just like, nah. I'd rather just go through my Wendy's, I get my regular, get my root beer, and I'm good to go, you know. But yeah, he remembered me on that. But yeah, speaking of Wendy's, like we were talking about, with the spicy chicken sandwiches, lots of good times we've had with Dad over the years, and I've been having a really good time with Dad lately. And I just want to say thanks a lot for all your help at the house.
Oh, you're welcome.
Man. Like we've been having a good time.
I got a air compressor out of it.
We finally finished the damn trim on the shed, which was. I joke with Ryan about this. Like, I love you, man, and thank you so much for your help. But you're like, wouldn't some trim look nice? And I'm like, I really don't give a shit, man. I built this thing to get all the stuff out of my garage so we can start building the bar. Yeah. No. And now next step is now Dad and I are finally done with what we're doing. Now I just got to do my little rain drip caulk and my other caulk, and then I just paint it. But I don't need Dad for that. So that means that Dad and I officially finally. What, this Sunday? You ready? Go break some ground on that electric? Mm-hmm. You come over.
How about you cut
have all the caulking done and everything?
Well,
how about you cut?
That doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with the garage bar.
Cut your grass, bro.
No, you need to put paint on that shed.
I know.
Before you do electric.
Oh, okay.
And
all right. So
I saw it was wet that far up on the back side of that shed when we were there.
Oh yeah, because I mean it's slanted down that way.
I know.
That's where all the rain runs off.
That's why you need to put paint on it.
Well, I was just waiting until we finish the trim. Yeah.
And also cut your grass.
So we need to wait. You need to do that before we even. I'll come over and help you caulk, but we'll do that before.
Challenge accepted.
Don't caulk. CAULK.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, but you guys' mind is looking for something dirty to say about the word and how it came out.
And now I'm clean.
You think I'm worried about the way the caulk came out of your mouth? If that's what you're worried about,
but seriously, fucking cut your grass, bro.
I know, it's just...
I honestly came over to your house last week and I wasn't going to say anything, but now is the perfect time to tell you, cut your grass,
Well, it's just not full grass, and there's also every other house on my street
or
looks the
weed
same
whack
way,
it, bro. I don't know.
No, I know. It's just so hot out there, dude. I'm going to fall over and die. And then...
It's good for you, bro.
You sweat a little bit.
Yeah. And you get a job well done good, my friend.
And then you stop and take a break.
And then you sleep a little bit better at night when you do that kind of work.
Yeah, I just can't. It's
believe in the system, sir.
Cool your body back
feels
down
like
to 98 degrees.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you're going to be in that shower and you'll be like, oh, this is I just did God's work.
Body shock, though, also. Yeah.
Yeah, you might pass out.
Well, any more stories? Anything before we get out of here? Any apologies? Any I love yous? Any? Yeah. No. I'm looking around the room. I'm seeing a lot of blank faces.
I'm trying to think of like any secrets that I've like hidden from Dad that I can tell.
Well, what about the guy you murdered in Chippewa Falls?
Yeah.
That wasn't my fault. That was not my fault. That was not my fault.
That was the Aztec's fault. That you blew out the fucking.
Nope.
And Adam did not fart on the way to
I learned a new
Tennessee.
magic trick, and he was old. And they say it was a heart attack.
Chippewa Falls.
I don't know.
Never forget.
I don't know.
Never forget.
It could have been a surprise. It could have been a heart
I
attack.
don't know.
Who knows?
Could have been.
I still have video of that.
Okay, it was me. I did it. I don't know, but I'm not on the registered ground, so they can't touch me. I got great lawyers ready.
Yeah. It happened. It happened in a different. What do they call those parts of America?
It's more of the federal. Yeah, the federal bought out some land.
It's off the grid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys,
reservation.
Yeah.
We love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. This has been episode 100 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. Once again, make sure you guys are out there watching on YouTube. Subscribe to Tiger Cage Media. And if you don't do that on Thursdays, make sure you go out and find us every Monday wherever you get your podcast for it. For one of you out there that's listening, there's
we're
1,000.
In consignment shops. We're in third.
Speaking of consignment shops,
thrift stores.
I'm about to have a T-shirt here soon that says Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. So you guys can all fuck off. This is gonna be awesome, guys. We love you so much. Good night, everybody.
Please come back next week.
We'll see you next week.
big
See ya.
night. Drink 100 beers. Yeah.